If I hit this button, boom, the whole program's gonna start.
Okay, well, hit it.
All right.
And now, something completely different.
Smoke medical weed every day.
The following thoughts on Hoppe Hour represent Ryan Hoppe and that's it. Listener discretion is advised.
Live from Tampa Bay, you are tuned in to Hoppe Hour.
He's the voice of a generation that got screwed by the baby boomers. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour starts in 4, 3, 2. Hoppe, Hoppe, Hoppe. This is Hoppe Hour with Hoppe.
Where we at?
Always going in, never doubt it. Never worry about the dollar. Need a source or trending topic. We the hottest, search about us. Competition microscopic, never copied. I'm a giant rolling weed up, now we flying. H-O-P-P-E. 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 You already know Hoppe Hour in your system.
This is Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe, hanging out with you for the next hour. So you can always call the show and leave me a voicemail. 856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Now, if this is your first time hearing this show, my name is Ryan Hoppe, and I am the host of this award-winning circus. You may never know what I'll talk about. 1 second, I could be talking about the hurricane, and the next second, I could be talking about the NFL. I am located out of St. Petersburg, so even though I speak to 7 radio markets and 10 platforms altogether, I'm going to get a little local for you guys. So Hurricane Helene, I believe the name is coming to the Florida area, and it doesn't feel like it was 7 weeks ago that we had, I think it was Hurricane Debbie in the beginning of August. The time absolutely flew by, and I think what's so annoying is the fact that, like, it's just a major inconvenience. I'm not saying that the world couldn't just end in Florida and everything could turn bad, but I think what I've learned, because I've been through many hurricanes, is that it's just an inconvenience. Because I live in Zone A. I live right by the bridge, and I live right by downtown St. Pete, so I'm in the middle, and I'm in an apartment complex on a busy road. So whenever there's a hurricane, I 100% of the time always have to relocate and evacuate. But that's the price you pay. That's what you sign up for when you live in paradise. And I know nobody's really feeling bad for me because a lot of listeners live in the Midwest and they would die to have that problem. But, you know, Wichita has its tornado alley. The Midwest has its snow, and Florida has its hurricanes. I just find it funny that, like, the local weathermen, I know they're doing us a favor by keeping us safe and whatnot, but it feels like this is their Super Bowl. Because, like, people lose their lives over this. I have a friend who lost his cat and his house during Hurricane Ian 2 years ago. And then you have, like, the local news networks here in Tampa Bay doing countdowns until hurricane season starts. Because Tampa Bay seems to get lucky every single time, and fingers crossed we get lucky this time with this Hurricane Helene, that people kind of just view it as, oh, it's a day off of work or whatnot. But it's still a hurricane. And what's funny is I had to send a group text to my family up north because everybody is, like, freaking out, because if you watch the Weather Channel, you always think it's the end of the world. Like, during Hurricane Irma in 2017, I drove up to Chicago 24 hours. I was 24 years old, so I was a lot younger. I don't know how I was able to do it. I wouldn't be able to do it now. And the whole evacuating thing, you just kind of ride it out. Like, growing up, I would listen to Opie and Anthony or Howard Stern make fun of people in Florida for not leaving. But when you live here for 10 years, you kind of get the culture. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but there's just things that happen in Florida that would only happen in Florida, and one of them is writing out hurricanes. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. So I saw this headline here, and this is from the Daily Mail. CBS anchor and morning host axed from network amid mass layoffs. CBS anchor and morning host Jeff Glor, 49, has been slashed from the network amid major layoffs after 17 years with the company, which this is why I'm not saying you don't take any job seriously, but whenever you're at a job, if it's working in radio or working in IT or working in fast food, you are always replaceable. Now, I'm not trying to manifest me getting replaced from my job, but the moment that you feel comfortable at your job, the moment that you think everything is going to go on and everything's going to make you live there and work there until you're 70 is when you get laid off. You almost always need to be on eggshells at your job and to always do an excellent job at whatever you do, because there's always somebody who will do your job and their current job for the same pay for experience. You know what I'm saying? And I was seeing people on Twitter who were happy that Jeff Glor lost his job. And I was like, what type of scumbag do you have to be happy that someone lost a job because of their politics or whatever they talk about? And supposedly they let him go because of his salary. And that's definitely a problem. Going on in the media business is the fact that they're letting people go because of how much they're making, yet prices are only going up. Again, this is a controversial subject, and it pisses off boomers when I say it, but because of what the boomers did to us, we're having to deal with the aftermath. Now, I'm right now at the chill room at Pinellas Park, and this is making me very anxious talking about the future and talking about hurricanes. So if you're listening as well, because I have a lot of kava drinkers who listen as well, there's this thing called bula. Now, when you go to a bar, you all say cheers. But in the kava community, when you drink kava, you say bula. So if you're drinking your shell, which is what you drink out of, I'm drinking out of a plastic cup. I have my kava right here. Let's do a quick bula. To the hurricane not being too bad. Bula. Wow. You know, that is some strong kava when it makes me cough. Now, also on Hoppe Hour, I want to let you guys know that since the beginning of June, when I started doing the show by myself again, that was right when Caitlin Clark began in the WNBA, and everybody was ripping into her. Everybody was making fun of her because she was bad. Oh, look, she was Rookie of the Year, and she made the playoffs, unlike Angel Reese. It says here, WNBA star hits back at claims she intended to hurt Caitlin Clark in playoff game. The collision that left Caitlin Clark with a black eye was not the result of any intention to harm the Indiana Fever rookie, says Connecticut Sun star Janae Carrington. Well, first of all, she goes on to say, I didn't even know why I would intend to hit anybody in the eye. That doesn't make any sense to me. But no, I didn't. I didn't know I hit her, actually. I was trying to make a play on the ball, and I guess I followed through and I hit her. So obviously it's not intentional. That's not even my type of player that I am. You can say that all you want, but there's definitely a lot of jealousy going on in the WNBA. And even if you didn't mean to, you probably knew that she was around the corner, so you'd be able to do it. Here she is talking about it.
Dejanay, did you, when you went and kind of swatted at Caitlin, did you intend to hit her in the eye? And
you hear that little smug laugh, like, we got the pretty white girl.
Did you intend to hit her in the eye? And if so, could you just, or if not, either way, could you talk about what happened on that play?
I don't even know why I would.
I don't even know why you're asking me this. Because I'm using the words, I don't know why, I'm implying that I'm about to lie because I'm stalling to think about what to say. Whenever somebody says, I don't know, after asking, especially when you cause a player to get hurt, it really makes you realize that they're lying.
On that play.
I don't even know why I would intend to hit anybody in the eye. That doesn't even make sense to me.
Because you're jealous. You're jealous of her. The Connecticut Sun, the team that the Indiana Fever are playing, they had a bandwagon jumper thing on the TV there on the big screen. You know, when there's a host at the arena and he's like, let's go Connecticut Sun on the Jumbotron. That's the word I was looking for. Sometimes it'd be nice to have a co-host here or a producer, Chris. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is they were showing everybody that was wearing a Caitlin Clark jersey. And they were saying, bandwagoners, hey, you can be jealous of Caitlin Clark all you want, but you should be thanking that pretty white girl, because without her, nobody's talking about the WNBA.
But no, I didn't. I didn't know I hit her, actually.
Well, that means you're a bad player if you're literally swinging and you don't know what you're doing. That means you're reckless and not very good.
I was trying to make a play on the ball, and I guess I followed through and I hit her. So obviously it's never intentional. That's not even like the type of player that I am.
Now, when it happened, did you help pick up Caitlin from the ground since you didn't mean to do it?
So yeah.
Did you and Marina kind of laugh about it afterwards? It looked like there was later on in the game they caught you guys laughing about it.
No, I just told you I didn't even know I hit her. So.
Well, that means you're really reckless with your body if you don't know that you're hitting somebody. Here's the play.
With no whistle.
Let me see here. Oh, yeah, that was intentional. She just uses her elbow. I know this is a visual. Looking at this. Oh, that was totally purpose. They're just mad that the pretty white girl is taking over the league. And I'm not trying to make it about race. That, like, if you're not aware that you hurt somebody, you should apologize in the press conference. You know what I'm saying? But that shows that there's a reason why the WNBA was a tax write-off until Caitlin Clark came around. She's literally carrying your league. And if she left, none of us would watch it. Next up on Hoppe Hour, I saw this right here. Ellen DeGeneres says, call me mean. I don't care. I am proud of who I became after the controversy. Ellen DeGeneres just seems like a dirty, rotten person who is really unhappy and is really mad about where her life went. She had it all, and because she was an awful person, she lost it all. So here is a little more of her stand-up special. I played a little bit of it earlier, but here's another clip.
They like you, you're in, and if they don't, you're out.
Yeah, if you treat people badly, you're going to be out.
And I've spent an entire lifetime trying to make people happy, and I've cared far too much what other people think of me.
This is like comedians or podcasts or radio shows where they're like, we're really funny. It's the same thing with Ellen. When you're going around telling people how nice you are, even though there's plenty of reports that you were a bitch, you're lying.
So the thought of anyone thinking that I'm mean was devastating to me, and it consumed me for a long time. But with time, you gain perspective, which is one good thing about aging. It doesn't totally make up for arthritis and brittle bones, but...
That wasn't a bad punchline.
But with perspective, you realize that caring what people think to a degree is healthy, but not if it affects your mental health.
She's telling us that it bothers her that for about 18 years, when she had that talk show, she was on top of the world. Everybody thought she was super cool. Remember that selfie she took with Kevin Spacey and everybody that went to those pedophile islands, if it was Diddy or Jeffrey Epstein or Harvey Weinstein? I mean, there was a time in the mid to early 2010s and late 2000s that these celebrities could do no wrong. Every day when I came home from school, my mom had Ellen on. So she's telling us that she really cared about everybody that turned on her because she had such a perfect image, even though everybody hated working with her.
So after a lifetime of caring, I just can't anymore. So I don't.
I'm there too, honey. There's all your sycophant, kiss-ass fans giving you a round of applause. They probably had a red sign where it's like, please applaud.
But if I'm being honest...
Yeah. I love that fake laughter where it's like, ha, 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 ha. And, you know, Ellen's like waiting for them to quit laughing. When you meet a lot of stand-up comedians, it really takes away the fun of it.
And I have a choice of people remembering me as someone who was mean or someone who was beloved. Beloved? Beloved.
Oh, you're so funny. I mean, I will give it to her. I thought her show was better than Seth Meyers and Jimmy Fallon. It wasn't funny, but it was genuinely fake. I like that she didn't laugh at her own jokes. I always said Jimmy Fallon was a late-night version of Ellen.
Beloved. Someone who is beloved. Someone who is beloved. 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 Someone who is beloved.
She's doing that bit that David Letterman did 30 years ago at the Oscars. What was it? What was it? It was like Oprah Uma, or whatever.
Someone who is beloved. Someone who's beloved.
All right, we got it. 856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. I was referencing this clip with Letterman.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 67th Annual Academy Awards. I won't lie to you. I'm very, very excited. And I've been dying to do something all day, and I think maybe we can take care of this. Oprah?
Hey, there's the alleged pedophile.
Uma?
Young ass Uma Thurman.
Uma? Oprah? I feel much better. Have you kids met Keanu?
That was early David Letterman before he got caught cheating. Once he got caught cheating, like, I know a lot of people that are famous cheat, but that was so weird. It was just that awkward vibe where, like, his wife wasn't particularly attractive, and I'm not saying that's a big deal, but it was like he was banging the interns. And my uncle, rest in peace, I've been really going down a route of missing my uncle. He was really big into the Kevin and Bean show in Los Angeles, and he liked Letterman. And LMFAO was popular when we went on a vacation. So listening to that and watching all those clips really makes me feel like I'm with him. Death is a really weird thing. Like, it's all coming for us at some point. And I've lost like 10 family members. And I know I'm no special, that I'm no different than anyone that's lost family members. But it's still the weird thing where you wake up every day and you're like, I'm not dead yet. Like, I could literally die during this podcast. And the only problem is that this is pre-recorded so that nobody would know how to edit it the way that I edit it. So it's not like I'm live on air where you're like, oh my God, Ryan Hoppe died. That would be my big break, along with pissing off average podcasts that make fun of others for attention. 856-49-HOPPE. Here's a clip right here. This is Travis Kelce talking about how he's been playing. This is on his New Heights podcast.
From the game, Trev? Anything you want to start off with?
Pat said it. Coach Reed said it. You know, we're finding ways to win games, and we're not playing our best football. Everybody can clean it up. I think everyone saw my drop in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he was really silly over the offseason and even last year on this podcast about dating Taylor. You can tell something's going on with that body language.
That crucial third down, just trying to do too much before putting the ball away. And that's probably the biggest thing for me, is making the play in big time moments like that. I think with how defenses are playing us right now, I'm not really getting a lot of opportunities to make plays down the field. But
yeah, but the thing that's helping the Chiefs is all the other players are wide open.
Not using that as an excuse moving forward, still trying to, you know, make sure that I can help the team out in that regard, knowing that I've been that weapon for us in the past. And moving forward, it's just, you know, everyone's just tweaking their game in the right direction, and we know what we have to do to get better this week.
Got it.
Going out west to play the Chargers, and I'm excited for the challenge, baby. And we're 3-0, man. It doesn't get any better than
that's very true.
Than a 3-0 start.
It's funny. I'm seeing a lot of Swifties post tweets where they're beginning to learn football, and they're like, it must be weird seeing him age out and having younger players. And I'm like, wow, even Swifties can learn about football.
Pat and Coach Reed were asked about Big Yeti. We talked about this. We're calling plays for Travis, and it's like 2 or 3 people are going to him. Yeah. People are really emphasizing trying to take him away, Pat said. And then Andy says they're working hard at taking Kelsey out of the picture. If they're doing that, Rasheed is going to get a lot of catches, and Trav knows that. Sometime that will level off.
Whatever it is, it's football, baby. Come on now. It like, I'm not getting caught up in getting the targets and all that. I just want to have a successful offense. And I think Pat's doing a great job of finding the open guy and making the right decisions right now.
Yeah, do the Chiefs get bailed out a lot by the refs? Yeah, but Patrick Mahomes really is probably the Gen Z Brady.
Now, and we just have to keep finding, it's a new offense, new players, new pieces, and we're just finding, how to have success throughout the season. As an offense, you're going to go through these ups and downs throughout the season, and you just want to make sure that you clean up all the mistakes, that you're making sure that you're communicating so that everybody understands exactly where we're going moving forward. And nobody does it better than Coach Reed and Pat Mahomes in that regard.
There's no question. I mean, it feels like you guys have dealt with this in semblances of it over the last couple years, especially last year, midway through the season, defense playing well, and then you guys turned it on in the second half of it. But these soft coverages where they're really taking everything away underneath, or giving you everything underneath, but taking away the explosive.
All right. If you want to hear sports analysis, you can listen to literally anything else. But we're going to move on. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. This next headline is amazing because I forget that Joe Biden is still our president on September 25th. 2024 at 2:42 p.m. East Coast time, 1:42 Midwest time. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to go through that. But Joe Biden spoke out about his relationship with everyone's favorite Nancy Pelosi. And I worked with somebody who had a lot of money from San Francisco who worked with Nancy Pelosi and also was babysat by Nancy Pelosi. And they said that she's a little mean.
We all agree at this table it's very selfless of you to pass the baton and step aside. There was a perception that perhaps your hand was forced, and some pointed fingers to Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who you have a long relationship with and accomplished many things with.
Joe looks like he's about to take a nap.
Did you feel that your hand was forced, and what is your relationship with Speaker Pelosi now?
Our relationship is fine. Look.
Man, the guy can't talk. I am so glad he's not running for a second term. Where's President Putin? I mean, Zelensky. Remember when he did that?
I never fully believed the assertions that somehow there was this overwhelming reluctance.
He's lying to himself. It drives him nuts that he's a one-term president like Jimmy Carter and that. It drives him mad. He's a sociopath. He gave birth, well, he didn't do the birthing process, but his son, Hunter Biden, is a sociopath.
My running again. I didn't sense that. And although the polling, they said Biden's polling was different, the fact of the matter is my polling was about, we're always within range of beating this guy.
Yeah.
And, what I did was, I think there were, it makes sense. There were some folks who would like to see me step aside so they have a chance to move on. I get that. That's just human nature. But that wasn't the reason that I stepped down. I stepped down because I started thinking about it. It's hard to think of, I know you're only 30, but it's hard to think of, it's hard for me to even say how old I am. No, I'm serious. I don't know.
Why is that?
I give my word. It's like, holy God, that can't be right.
Do you think had you stayed in the race, would you have won?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was confident.
That's how he talks. Good old Joe Biden. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. And you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Now, this next clip is Diddy's lawyer. And I'm being serious when I say this. If you are single out there and you're looking for someone to love you, you need to get someone that will defend you as much as Diddy's attorney defends Diddy.
They called them freak-offs. But, you know, back when I was a kid in the late 70s, they were called threesomes.
If these are genuinely threesomes, how do you explain 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
I don't know where the number 1,000 came.
The U.S. attorney said it.
I can't imagine it's thousands. I mean, you know, and I'm not really sure what the baby oil has to do with anything.
They're essentially saying it's a lubricant for an orgy.
I guess. I don't know what.
You need to get yourself a lawyer like that.
You need 1,000. One bottle of baby oil goes a long way. I don't know what you need 1,000 for.
He has that lawyer voice where he's just lying.
I mean, he has a big house. He buys in bulk. You know, I think they have Costco's in every place where he has a home. I mean, have you sat in the parking lot of a Costco and see what people walk out of there with?
Not 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
I love Harvey Levin. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. Bam Margera released from jail, heading straight to treatment. Bam Margera has been officially released from jail and is heading into treatment to get his life on track. They're saying it was a court victory for Bam, adding he's on the right track to reclaiming his successful career and his wonderful life with his wife. He cannot lose this woman. This woman is so gorgeous and seems like she has his back. Bam, if you are listening to Hoppe Hour right now, make it work with this girl. I know that we only see the public persona of relationships, but I'm just telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, she seems like such a catch. I would not lose her. Also going on with Diddy, Ashton Kutcher getting grilled over Diddy's parties, resurfaced interviews. So here is a clip of him on Hot Ones, the chicken wing show, talking about Diddy parties.
Diddy party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote, if you
really?
have one, yeah.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell.
That sounds not illegal.
So, I can't tell that one either.
I saw rape. I saw potential murder.
I mean, like actually cycling through.
I ruined 2.5 men.
Them.
May he burn in hell. Ashton Kutcher ruined 2.5 men. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Also, before we go to break, Diddy hung out with Donald Trump, Prince Harry, Prince William, Ashton Kutcher, and Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey is the least surprising one. And there's a picture from 2007 of Kanye West with his glasses on that he used with the teddy bear in the 2007 album he released. And Prince Harry looks very lit. You know Prince Harry probably did a lot of coke. Mm-hmm. I would not want to be any of those guys. I'm very curious where this goes. Either they get prosecuted and everybody comes for them, all the celebrities, or Diddy kills himself or something. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't believe Jeffrey Epstein was killed. I believe it was like a Ray Donovan situation where it's like a fixer killed him. Because he was going to rat on a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. This show is for the hard-working average Joe and Jane that grind in life. I don't care if you live in the Midwest or if you live in the UK where we're syndicated on podcast radio. As long as you're listening, that's all that matters. If you're listening on the radio, I appreciate it. If you're listening on the streaming service after searching up HOPPE Radio, I appreciate it. We will be right back on Hoppe Hour after this. Hang on.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside,
All I smell is poop.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Addictive, Street Sweepers Entertainment / Flip Mode. Yours truly, Pat Poos Pat. Poos, let's go.
All your sweet talk, it don't mean a thing. Let me break it down for you, make it simple and clean. I got a question, not gonna ask twice. When you're chilling with my girl on Saturday night, you try to play me, acting like a fool. Saw you kissing up another girl, breaking the rules. Have you fun in the game? But when you get home, lady, you'll be packing your things. Cause you thought you had the best of me, but you just didn't see. Should've thought before you messed around. That's gonna look it out. You were everything, everything to me, but sorry, babe. You don't mean a thing, not a thing to me. Thought you read it, babe. You were everything, everything to me, but sorry, babe. You don't mean a thing, not a thing to me. Thought you read it, tell me one thing before I let it out. Was she worth the problems that you're asking? Having now, but you can have her. Call her up on the phone, tell her that you're coming over. I don't want you no more. So what you wait for? Get your lies out my face. Take it to your other girl, she can deal with the case. So cause you started the game. There's nothing more that you can say to get me to stay. You thought you had the best of me, but you just didn't see. Should've thought before you messed around. That's gonna work it out. You were everything, everything to me, but sorry, babe. You don't mean a thing, not a thing to me. Thought you read a game, baby. You were everything, everything to me, but sorry, baby.
Y'all know this is, Pat Poos Pat. I want you to have all my children. You should feel honored. We live in the days of our lives with no Oscar. Even though I'm young and restless from all the drama, relationships is something like a soap opera. Cause if your man met you and left his ex-girl, what make you think he won't leave you for the next girl? Caught your husband creeping with the girl next door. It came back like a boomerang, you vexed, girl. Equality is what keep me and my lady standing. So when I tell her she pretty, she tell me I'm handsome. If you and your man had a misunderstanding, let me bone your mind to this understanding. He supposed to teach you to understand him. So that's not a misunderstanding, that's a misunderstanding. He treats you like trash, somebody to treat you better. Cause one man's trash is another man's treasure.
You thought you had the best of me. You had the best of me. I knew, but you just didn't see. Should've thought before you messed around. I'm that's gonna work it out. To me, but sorry, baby. You don't mean a thing, not a thing to me. Thought you read a game, baby. You are everything, everything to me, but sorry, baby. You don't mean a thing, to me. Thought you read a game, baby. Everything, everything to me, but sorry, baby.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. This following segment has been brought to you by the best kava and kratom around. Mitra 9, MITRA-9.com. And at checkout, use keyword Hoppe, HOPPE, to save 20%. Are you looking for an alternative to alcohol? Kava and kratom is the way to go. MITRA-9.com. And at checkout, use keyword HOPPE. This is also being brought to you by DZBZ Honey at DZBZHoney.com. When I tell you that is the best Delta 8 CBD honey around, I'm a man of my words. Here's how this goes. If you go to DZBZHoney.com and at checkout use keyword Hoppe, HOPPE, you can save 20%. This is also being brought to you by Fortify.com, FORTIFEYE.com, and it's the best pre and post workout around. At checkout, use keyword RYAN20 to save 20%.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
People often argue over Android versus iPhones. But the real debate should be middle-aged Gen X morning shows versus Hoppe Hour. Guess who wins? We will let you decide. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hey, this is Lex with the nationally syndicated Lex and Terry Radio Network. There are so many podcasts out there that are just effing horrible. This guy is not one of them. Now back to Ryan Hoppe with the Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Turn the dial to 80s. There's a voice that sounds so true. Tampa Bay, we're here to stay. Hoppe Hour lights the way. Celebrity news on the go. Hoppe's got the inside flow. From the stars to dating scenes, waking up our wildest dreams. Hoppe Hour with Ryan H. Call 856-494-67-3. Every day is more than great. He's got the news we need to see. Hollywood inside his hands, talking love and famous plans. From the east to west coast shores, Ryan Hoppe.
Oh, yeah. 856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio at gmail.com. We have so much to get into, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the gallery. I'm just a little bit anxious over the hurricane. I'm not trying to give it too much attention or whatever, but it is a hurricane nonetheless. But first,
it's time for Hoppe's Inbox, only on Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
So I called out a podcast 3 weeks ago. I've been getting a lot of hate, but a lot of love on social media. And let's go over it right now on Hoppe Hour. Oh, I love it. Because a lot of people don't realize that by talking about me, you're doing me a favor. Joseph Cornier, 1719, says, "Wow, you suck." Thank you. Also from Dickhead, you know what's crazy? I kind of wrote the same thing about who are these podcasts, about how all they do is talk crap. And in the end, I mean, this will come back to bite them in the ass. All they talk about is Stuttering John for the past 7 years. The S is old, and they did an episode about a new episode that came out on just ragging on him. I think Carl, the host, is an overinflated nothing, and he needs a panel of people to pick apart one show and laugh at all his jokes because they're a bunch of sad bullies. Pretty accurate. Also, we got some more comments in my inbox. I love this one. Somebody that has Stuttering John as their profile picture, so they're obviously like a loser. Ha 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 ha. I wouldn't go down this road. Carl and Who Are These Podcasts will destroy you and make you look foolish. Plus, you seem bitter about life. Yikes. I love it when online trolls tell you how you feel. I'm very grateful about life. I'm not bitter. You're just mad that I called you out, so you're going with any insult. Oh, and guess who's coming on the podcast in about 2 weeks? Tom Myers. And I know that every single part of that Dabbleverse loser universe will talk about it, and I can't wait for the free attention. Last message I got from a radio DJ, that Who Are These Podcasts show is absolutely awful. All they do is talk about us in radio because they have nothing else. I love that picture of you sharing them talking about you, getting under their skin. F those guys. But they're so widely respected. Anybody who likes shows where they talk bad about people is a recovering bully.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
All right, what's going on with Diddy?
And Sean Diddy Combs' kids are speaking out for the first time since the music mogul was taken into custody. 4 of his 7 children released a statement on Instagram saying they want to clear up false rumors about their mother. Meanwhile, a new accuser is coming forward. Senior investigative correspondent Aaron Katursky has the latest.
Yeah, I think there's probably 1 million people that could come forward. This is going to be never ending.
Children of Sean Diddy Combs are speaking out for the first time since their father's arrest last week. 4 of Combs' 7 children writing on Instagram, "We have seen so many hurtful and false rumors circulating about our parents, Kim Porter and Sean Combs' relationship, as well as about our mom's tragic passing, that we feel the need to speak out."
These poor kids are living in denial, which is the worst river to swim in. Your dad is an absolute thug. Your dad's an absolute cretin. I know because he's a sociopath. He probably has a likable side, so you probably love him dearly, but your dad's a loser.
Claims that our mom wrote a book are simply untrue. She did not. And anyone claiming to have a manuscript is misrepresenting themselves.
Oh, really?
A 60-page unverified book published earlier this month claimed to be the collection of diaries of Porter, who died at the age of 47 in 2018.
Yeah, that death needs to be looked into. A little sketchy.
The children, who don't mention their father's arrest in the statement, go on to write, "Our mother should be remembered for the beautiful, strong, kind, and loving woman she was. Her memory should not be tainted by horrific conspiracy theories."
Yeah, you know, it's kind of like you don't want to imagine your dad potentially getting her killed. Because it's a little weird. Just a little weird how she died at 47.
The message coming as another accuser goes public with allegations against Combs. Talia Graves claims in a civil lawsuit Combs and his bodyguard drugged, bound, and raped her in 2001 and filmed it.
It's a pain that reaches into your very core.
Yeah, we've heard all these rumors about Diddy having like rape tapes on VHS from like the early 90s. It's been around forever. Everyone's talked about it, but no one did anything. South Park made jokes about it 20 years ago.
Of who you are. And leaving emotional scars that may never fully heal.
The 54-year-old Combs has pleaded not guilty to charges he led a criminal conspiracy that abused women.
I want to be honest, that whole saying black don't crack is a thing because he don't look 54.
And Aaron Katursky joins me now with more on this. Aaron, how significant is it to have a new accuser making claims like this on camera as Diddy's facing these criminal charges?
Well,
that's a big thing, to show your face and not be anonymous.
look, she is detailing in an anguished appearance with her attorney Gloria Allred what she said happened to her in 2001 and the lasting impact that she said it had on her.
Yeah, I got to be careful how I say this. I dated somebody who was raped. And I know my mom has a friend who was raped, and that's forever scarring you.
Her, and coming after Sean Combs' arrest on criminal charges, perhaps lends some additional credibility because he's already been charged in a racketeering conspiracy that sought out women for abuse.
The word racketeering just sounds like a charge you don't want to get. That just sounds like a bad prison sentence. Oh, I got charged with racketeering.
He's also filed a civil suit. Could that affect the criminal case at all?
The civil suit is at least the 12th filed against Sean Diddy Combs, and the first one from last November by Cassie Ventura is really what touched off the criminal case that led to Diddy's arrest and subsequent not guilty plea on the 3 criminal counts. Without the civil suit, there are probably not criminal charges against Sean Combs.
That makes sense.
But all the civil cases are now likely to be paused while the criminal case takes priority.
All right, we're going to move on. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Here's another clip from Diddy from 06. This is interesting.
You said you did an interview with Vibe magazine recently, and an interesting quote that you had was, "I'm a hard person to love."
Yeah, you're a psychopath.
In what way?
I mean, I guess in a lot of ways, I'm very much like
a thug,
a workaholic. You know, I'm in love with what I do. So
that's the weird part. Is as much of a scumbag as Diddy is, he made great music.
When I'm in a relationship, I kind of cheat when I'm doing my work because
and you cheat as well.
That's all I'm really focused on, and I'm giving my love to that, and it's hard to love somebody when they don't have your undivided attention all the time, and not making the right amount of time for you in the relationship, and then also times just being selfish, and so I've learned about that, and that's something that I've corrected in me.
Corrected.
And I talk about it. I'm completely honest on the album. I have a song with Mary J. Blige, and it's called "Hard to Love."
I remember that song.
And it just talks about that situation when a woman, beautiful woman, falls in love with a guy, like me. It's like you gotta take the good and the bad.
Yeah.
And it's something that we talk about, interestingly enough, on the album.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
I think that's probably what's holding you back from actually getting married, because you'll probably wait till you can really give your attention, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to be all the way. You have to be all the way right. I get asked a question every day. I'm not running from the question. The answer's simple. I'm not ready to get married right now.
He's a sociopath because sociopaths do a really good job of being likable up front, like morning radio hosts.
It has nothing to do with my relationship. It's a personal thing. As far as with me, I don't want to just do it like you see every celebrity out there do it every week.
Yeah.
One week they get married, the next week they getting divorced, and then they seeing somebody 2 days later. I don't really rock like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I just take advantage of women and have dumb parties. Come on now.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
This next headline's very sad.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second.
A 2022 interview from Justin Bieber has resurfaced in the
it really makes sense why Justin Bieber was the way he was.
wake of Diddy's legal drama. In the sit down with Zane Lowe 4 years ago, Justin isn't talking about the disgraced media mogul directly, but his past trauma in the music industry.
It's unfortunate. I don't want to think about the fact that he might have got molested or at least taken advantage of. There was a tweet from 2010 where Rihanna, she was like 24 or 22-ish, and Bieber was 16, and she said she saw him at a club and that he was really sexy. I'm like, you're literally talking about an underage kid.
His album Changes and being a newlywed to wife Haley.
I think that I was just, living in this shame, living in all this sort of stuff of my past, and I wasn't able to move on.
Talk of the video comes after footage of Diddy and Justin also resurfaced on social media recently.
Not anyone could just be in the position that I'm in.
Video shows Diddy alongside teenage Justin, leaving people to speculate if, at the time, he subjected the pop star to his alleged freak-offs.
Of course he did. You saw how crazy Bieber went in his 20s? The poor kid got touched.
Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them. The freak-off sometimes lasted days at a time.
You're going to hear about my party. They're going to be shutting them down. They're going to probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we want to have a good time.
During the Zane Lowe interview, Justin breaks down in tears when talking about wanting to protect Billie Eilish.
Yeah, Bieber seems like a good dude.
Who at the time quickly rose to superstar status.
Well, I just wanted to be a good example. And it was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn. And
yeah, it's a pretty big deal.
Everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second. I just wanted to protect her,
Billie Eilish seems like she's been protected.
I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody.
Yeah, what did you go through? That part, when he says stuff like that, that's when it gives me the creeps.
When it comes to what Justin thinks of Diddy's allegations, a source tells ET Justin's not focused on what is going on with Diddy or the allegations against him. Instead,
he's literally a newborn dad. You know what I'm saying? He's got other responsibilities.
Our insider says Justin and Hailey are focused on baby Jack, whom they welcomed in August. They've been absorbed in their own happiness and family, appreciating this time together. In fact, building a family with Hailey was top of mind during Justin and Zane's chat, an idea that lifted the singer's spirits.
Now, Hailey was a side chick when he cheated on Selena, and I wonder if they're going to last forever.
I'm really excited to have babies with you, enjoy, just celebrate, all the amazing things that we've been given. Because we are blessed, babe. We are, man. There's so much pain in the world.
I wonder if he did ayahuasca or shrooms. He seems like he got humbled.
Well, then we don't understand why. And there's so much things that are so unexplainable. But what is the reality? We are blessed,
Hell yeah. I'm glad you're blessed. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. Now we got this headline.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Camila Cabello may not be in Sabrina Carpenter's good graces. The singer seemingly throws shade at Sabrina Carpenter during her performance at the 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival on September 20th. In a clip shared to TikTok, Camila makes a point to skip over a word while performing her hit song, Señorita.
She seems like such a brat.
Leaves out the word taste at the end of the line. You say we're just friends, but friends don't know the way you. Instead, the star puts a finger over her lips and gives the crowd a cheeky grin.
No wonder she's gone from boyfriend to boyfriend. She seems insufferable.
And fans were quick to draw a connection between the omission and Sabrina's hit song Taste, which many have speculated references her rumored romance with Sean, as well as his on and off relationship with Camila. Sabrina sparked romance rumors with Sean in March 2023, just 1 month before he was snapped kissing Camila at Coachella. Some fans were all for the possibility that Camila's seemingly pointed rendition of Señorita was meant to clap back at Sabrina, with one TikTok user commenting on the video, "Camila, this is kinda iconic." Another added, "They're so messy, I love it."
Celebrity women just getting spicy all the time.
Sarah Ann Big and Jeremy Latinsky are going their separate ways.
Whoa, somebody that met on a reality show called Love is Blind is breaking up? That never happens.
More than 6 months after the Love is Blind stars revealed they decided to give their romance a shot, Sarah Ann now confirms speculation about where they stand. Writing on her Instagram stories, "It's time to address the end of my relationship with Jeremy. Not that it's necessary or that I feel obligated to do so, but I'd love to offer my side of the story for those who are curious." Sarah Ann, who met Jeremy on season 6 of the Netflix dating show, goes on to say that she's been having a lot of people reach out about the status of her relationship and wanted to end the rumors.
I love when celebrities think that we care. Like, we got so much that we need to fix, like the economy and jobs not paying enough. Sarah Ann Bick and Jeremy Latinsky breaking up is not on the top of our minds.
Saying, "I still get a lot of people asking me if we are together, letting me know he is dating other people on apps, etc." Adding, "For my healing and growth, And because I'm still in the pursuit of finding my true love, I like to end the questions and rumors. Sarah Ann and Jeremy made waves for how they got together on their season of Love is Blind. Despite having a connection in the pods, Jeremy proposed to Laura, leaving Sarah Ann to exit the pods without a love match.
I tried out for that show about 2 years ago, and I'm glad I didn't get on.
However, she ended up reaching out to Jeremy through his DMs while he and Laura started having issues in their relationship, which they ultimately ended on camera after Jeremy lied about a late-night meetup with Sarah Ann.
You could have easily prevented all of this bullshit had you just responded appropriately. But
that voice, I would dump her too. She sounds insufferable. She really, really does. You don't listen to that and go, oh my goodness, is that somebody I want to date? Oh my goodness, is she a catch? There's a certain voice that celebrities and especially females have where if they sound like they're arguing during an argument where they get into that like bitchy voice, you should definitely run. That's not a girl you want to date. If they're sounding like that, that means that they are always correct and they're used to everybody kissing their ass because they're hot. It's called the hot girl syndrome.
no, you did nothing. You followed her back. You must have left the door at least a little bit cracked open.
That's where he messed up. He shouldn't have followed her back.
For her to think it was even remotely appropriate to reach out to you.
I would dump her too and cheat if that was the voice I had to lay next to. 856-49-HOPPY.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Then there's this headline.
Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen brought their passports to Paris.
Remember in like 2004 when morning radio shows and late night TV shows were having a countdown until they became legal? Yeah, that was a weird time.
The fashion designers are revealing they are opening a new location for their clothing company, The Row, in the French capital, a longtime goal of theirs. Ashley telling Vogue in a rare interview published September 23rd of their newest storefront, "We've been looking for years. We wanted to be in Paris before we opened in London, but we didn't find anything here first. Then 18 months ago, a friend told us about this place."
They have crazy girl eyes, not in like a daddy issues way, but like they've seen things in Hollywood.
The twins are putting down roots for The Row, located in New York City, Long Island, Los Angeles, and London, in a building that was once a restaurant. And they've made sure to lean into the city's charm to create a bond with locals, along with patrons. Telling the outlet, it has to be a nice experience for the community, a sense of the store being local. We want the experience to be unique and special.
Well, I'm rooting for you guys. I have that saying, if I'm bored, you're bored. So we're going to move on. This next headline made me feel old. The fact that Michael Strahan is a grandpa.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Does anybody remember that show he was on called Brothers with Carl Weathers and then the guy in the wheelchair? Michael Strahan had a sitcom in 2009.
Michael Strahan adds grandpa to his ever-growing resume. During the Fox NFL Sunday broadcast on September 22nd, Michael shares his eldest daughter, Tanita Strahan, has welcomed her first child. Analyst Howie Long helped the Good Morning America co-host break the news.
It's got to be crazy. Like, you got your one daughter who's got cancer, and hopefully she beats it, because I hate cancer. I hate that dirty, rotten bitch known as cancer. It took both of my dads, my godfather and my dad.
Saying, "Congrats, Grandpa." To which Michael responded, "Yes, I'm a grandfather, everybody. My daughter Tanita and my grandson Onyx is his name. That means black." The 52-year-old shares Tanita and son Michael Strahan Jr. with ex-wife Wanda Hutchins, as well as 19-year-old twins Isabella Strahan and Sophie Strahan with his ex-wife Jean Mugli. Noting his fellow Fox NFL Sunday anchors are all grandfathers, he added, "I know you guys have gone through this. I'm happy to be able to welcome in that club." Michael's sweet family news is a rare update on Tanita, who primarily grew up in Germany with mom Wanda after her parents' 1996 divorce. Still, the former NFL star has previously shared insight into the ways he and his eldest are similar. He told New York Family,
"They look alike."
In 2013, she's kind of like me in the sense that she has a very strong personality, but a silent, strong personality. She's not going to be one to walk into a room and make it all about her.
Yeah, that sounds like your dad.
She definitely has an opinion, and she's very smart, and she knows what she wants, which I love about her.
Oh, that's good.
It's been a year of highs and lows for the TV personality, whose daughter Isabella shared her diagnosis with brain cancer in January. In the months following, she documented her treatment journey before being declared cancer-free in July.
Hell yeah, that's the best news I've heard all day. 856-49-HAPPY. That's 856-494-6773.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
What the hell is going on with Lizzo's sensitive ass?
Lizzo responds to
sensitive but big ass.
Lizzo responds to Ozempic allegations after showing off her weight loss transformation. After the Grammy winner showcases a slimmer figure on social media, September 18th, some people were quick to question whether she used a weight loss medication. And one
You just need to assume that everyone's on Ozempic. It's definitely, you get the Ozempic face. If you don't have a beard, you can't really hide it. And I mean, if some people need to take it, that's absolutely fine. But it feels like everyone's using it as a cop-out to lose weight.
One also asked if she used drugs to drop the pounds. But Lizzo did not let these comments slide. Like one user who comments on one Instagram post, did she use Ozempic or did she snort coke? To which the singer responds, why do you follow me?
I don't know why these celebrities, her, Chrissy Teigen, Selena Gomez, why they feel like they need to, Cardi B does it, why they feel like they need to respond to people at all times. I get mean comments online. You know what I do? I give it a heart. And then sometimes they'll respond and be like, why did you give it a heart? And I'll give that a heart.
Alongside 4 crying face emojis. Lizzo then shares a screenshot of the exchange in a separate post on September 20th, writing, Ozempic or Coke, a fan. The 36-year-old includes a selfie video of herself mouthing the viral TikTok sound.
I will say, ever since she's lost weight, I mean, she looked good before because I love thick women and I love black women too. But I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, she looks good.
It's like a reward, originally spoken by Christopher Waltz's character in the film Django Unchained.
Got it.
Along with the caption, when you finally get Ozempic allegations after 5 months of weight training and calorie deficit.
Actually, I'll take it back. I don't think she's on Ozempic because she actually has pretty skinny face, not like wrinkly Ozempic face.
The same day, Lizzo shared a video montage of herself working out inside a gym, captioning the Instagram post, I'm not skinny, I'm thick.
Hell yeah, we love it when it's thick. Spank that ass.
Lizzo also tagged celebrity trainer Corey Calliot, who has also worked with stars like Keke Palmer, Michael B. Jordan, and John Boyega.
Oh, that's good. I have that saying, if I'm bored, you're bored. So we're going to move on. 856-49-HAPPY. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. We have this headline as well.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
I was in a position in my early 20s. It got to the point where I was losing my hearing.
Shailene Woodley is opening up about her personal health journey.
Yeah, like everybody goes through health problems. I love these celebrities with bad reputations. I said celebrities funny there. You can cut that, Carl or Rover. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I love these celebrities that have bad health issues like Brett Favre or her, and they have a bad reputation and they use it for the pity card.
The actress, who has previously said she was very sick while filming the Divergent franchise, is now expanding on the ailments she suffered in her 20s and her journey to getting better. Shailene says this on the September 24th episode of the She MD podcast.
Essentially, I was in a position in my early 20s. It got to the point where I was losing my hearing. I couldn't walk for longer than 5 minutes at a time without having to lay down for hours and hours and hours and sleep. Everything I ate hurt my stomach.
The 32-year-old, who filmed 3 Divergent movies between 2013 and 2016, goes on to say that her physical health was only part of the battle she experienced at the time.
It was this conflation of issues and diagnoses and different doctors telling me different things. And
I have that saying, if I'm bored, you're bored. So she is not in the best health. Alrighty. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. This show is for the hard-working average Joe and Jane that grind in life. I don't care if you're in the UK or the US, if you're listening on the radio or a streaming platform, as long as you're listening, that's all that matters. We will be right back on Hoppe Hour after this. Do not touch that radio dial or that streaming device. However the hell you're listening to my show known as Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
I'll kick you in the nuts and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Y'all now in tune with something beautiful right here. Something epic. This official. Matthias, let's make it. Look, I was being a nice guy. I leave that to them dudes that shoot hoops. I'd rather roll through in a new coupe with chicks that get 200 to do shoots. Rolling a shooby doobie while we listen to smooth grooves. Dude, I tried to told you I'm hot like magma and keep them in. I'm stashed up in the Dodge Magnum near the stash of the Magnums. Never know which one I'ma use. Right there, I got a couple people confused. Cause I never lose, and I never snooze. Pop shit, then I pop this shit, knock you out of your shoes. I shut down crews and rock tailor-made suits and Louis shoes. It's hard to do what I do. Stunning like Evil Knievel, keep a watch face see-through. I do this for my people, selling through they screen though. My mom said I was a walking felony, cause I kept 16s in the closet like Kelly. Shop with the sellers. Dogs ain't barking at them, chickens ain't clucking at them, pigs ain't searching at them, birds ain't chirping. I'ma hurt them, hurt them, hurt them, hurt them, hurt them, hurt them. I'm a hustler for real. My dogs ain't barking at them, chickens ain't clucking at them, pigs ain't searching at them, birds ain't chirping. I'ma hurt them, hurt them, hurt them, hurt them, hurt them, hurt them. I'm a hustler for real. Nah, dog, I'm not a mad rapper. I'm a disgruntled MC, and I teach you dudes about tussling with me. Truth is, I hate these marks. I should pull this jammy and spark and leave these rappers handicap park. And when you see your boy out, bow down or kiss the ring. With a crew about myself, I ain't worried about a thing. This is Shot City, man. Where the f you from? And your chick can't go if she ain't gobbling. My partner Supreme told me flows hard on these monkeys. I hit pro gyms and told them make my wrist chunky. Chain hung like donkey. And for them dudes who want it, nickname beautiful, keep them brass on me. Homie, I'm funky like woo. Leg shots to let you know that I'm serious. When them blocks get hot, I'm in the streets bare chested. I got money invested. These detested. My dogs ain't barking at them, chickens ain't clucking at them, pigs ain't searching at them, birds ain't chirping. I'ma hurt them, hurt them, hurt them, hurt them, hurt them. I'm a hustler for real. My dogs ain't barking at them, chickens ain't clucking at them, pigs ain't searching at them, birds ain't chirping. I'ma hurt them, hurt them, hurt them. I'm serious in this mother. I'm a hustler for real.
This ain't the young and restless. You could say the drama life support boy. Put your life on pause like a comma. When you cutting corners and you stacking money, turn comedians, man, they get to acting funny. I know the MCs, the real MCs. J-Mo same dude, man, them was shopping with me. Get a pumpkin head in front of your little daughter. You a broke pop machine, you out of order. I'ma come and get you. Don't make me hit you with the shells like a snail or an armadillo. Watch your blue lights with the blue film, slice it, make him look like he got gills. This ain't artificial, man, this shit real. Throw him in Lake Michigan and hope the nigga can't swim. And if he can't, I guess he won't live. Giving names, get your change, he ain't hate a bill. They nothing, Charlie. Let's go. I am the grain.
My dogs ain't barking at them, chickens ain't clucking at them, pigs ain't searching at them, birds ain't chirping. I'ma hurt them, hurt them, hurt them, hurt them, hurt them. I'm a hustler for real.
And that was Vi and GLC with Herda.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Oh, one more time.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. This following segment has been brought to you by the best barber in all of the Bay Area, that being Rich Keeley, Master Barbershop at richkbarber.com. He has a 4545 West Kennedy Boulevard over at Salon Loft. Here's the deal. If you go to richkbarber.com and you sign up for an appointment, he will hook you up and save you $10. This is also being brought to you by the best printing company in all of the Bay Area, that being westchaseprinting.com. Go there, sign up for an appointment, and you can meet with Tone, and he will let you know about how much money you can save off of posters, business cards, yard signs, whatever you need. But when you get the invoice from westchaseprinting.com, you got to make sure that you let them know that you heard about it from Hoppe Hour. This is also being brought to you by Amir Academy of Martial Arts at amiracademy.com. Also, I spoke to my psychologist, my shrink today, known as Jay. And if you live in Florida or Maryland and you want to speak to somebody, all you got to do is go to counselingoncall.net. All right, we're going to come back and keep this party going right after this.
Now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
He is heavily medicated, always high, allegedly, and caffeinated on energy drinks. What could possibly go wrong? Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Did you know Ryan Hoppe is bipolar? He loves it, no he hates it. He loves it, no he hates it. Get what we did there. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Now back to the Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe on podcast.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Now back to the Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe on podcast radio.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
This is theme to Hoppe Hour. Time to laugh with Ryan's power. Wacky fun and silly jokes. Hoppe Hour loves its folks. Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. With Ryan Hoppe. Yeah, he's the topper. Grab your drinks and join the crew. Crazy stories just for you. Ryan's here to make you grin. Let the Hoppe fun begin.
What up?
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Oh, sure.
With Ryan Hoppe.
Yeah.
Laughs are never sloppy. Got your popcorn, got your drink.
856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
Love is a crazy thing, and, you know, I did something that was impulsive. I asked this
Big Ed from 90 Day Fiancé
girl to marry me, and after considering, you know, it's too soon.
You met her 4 seconds ago.
And it's not really what I want, obviously.
And just like that, Big Ed is single once again after a very short-lived engagement.
There's a funny comment. Everyone says Big Ed needs to go to therapy. The therapists of the world don't deserve that.
The 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After star reportedly got engaged less than a week ago, but on Monday, September 23rd, the 59-year-old shared with his fans that the proposal was a really impulsive one.
Yeah, I don't watch a lot of 90 Day Fiancé because it's just not entertaining, but this Big Ed guy, because he's a villain, and I kind of sometimes carry myself like, I don't watch wrestling, but I carry myself like a heel or a villain. He's definitely up there with being a heel and a villain.
Hey, everybody. I'm in Northport. I'm hanging out, earning money from my foundation, but I
gotta let you know about my foundation. I'm sure all the money goes to the right places.
just wanted to give you guys a personal update.
Yeah.
You know, love is a crazy thing, and
yeah, you don't even know the definition of love, bruh.
You know, I did something that was impulsive. I asked this girl to marry me, and after considering, you know, it's too soon, and it's not really what I want, obviously, and after talking to my family, I realized that I don't want to get married. I want to be.
You know, it's got to be tiring being in his family, always hearing about his problems.
Single.
Big Ed was engaged to 29-year-old Portia Raymond. He confirmed he proposed just one day after meeting at a fan event at a sandwich shop, Capriotti's, in Florida. Big Ed told the outlet it was, quote, love at first bite.
Oh, that's so corny.
Calling her his dream girl. For the spur-of-the-moment engagement, he gave the woman a paperclip ring. In his announcement on Instagram,
she's flicking off the camera while they're kissing. What a mutant.
He says, although
both of them, her and Big Ed,
though he's backtracking on the proposal, he wishes his now ex-fiancée the best.
So I wish her, Portia, the best in life, and I'll keep you guys updated on my status as far as where I'm going at this point. But I'm going to be single for a while, I think.
Yeah, you'll propose to a girl in 2 days.
That's the best move.
The TLC star was previously married to Sandra Heckman, who he shares a daughter with.
Yeah, can you imagine him as a father?
Divorced in 1992. Now, Big Ed was introduced to fans in 2020 during season 4 of 90 Day Fiancé.
You know, when he walked in to try out for 90 Day Fiancé, they were like, this is gold right here. Like, there's no way we're not casting him.
Before the 90 days, when he traveled to the Philippines to meet his then-girlfriend Rose Vega. Yeah. While they did not last, he went on to star in season 1 of 90 Day, The Single Life. He fell in love with Liz Woods, getting engaged and breaking up multiple times. They officially called it quits on the most recent season of 90 Day Fiancé.
You know, they were told to keep it going as long as possible by the producers. Any other relationship that's not on that show, everybody would have ran.
Happily ever after, due to the infamous taco pasta argument. Access Hollywood spoke to Ed in May, and
I don't even know what the taco pasta argument is, but it sounds amazing.
Talked all about their big split.
I broke down because Liz is somebody that I loved very, very much, and the relationship was real. And the sad part is,
I wonder if they ever loved him or if they're just with him for the clout.
When a relationship ends, you always tend to remember the good stuff. And
oh, no, you're not supposed to. When I went through a breakup, I remember all the bad things. It helps you heal, but that's why he's Big Ed, and that's why I'm Ryan Hoppe. 856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Oh, Brett Favre, let's feel bad for you.
Hall of Fame quarterback Brett Favre announcing that he's been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease.
I love how he owes all this money for the welfare he took in Mississippi building that volleyball court. But, hey, you got Parkinson's after being sacked the most times in NFL history. Let's feel bad for you.
Trevor, with the story. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, George. So Brett Favre has become quite a controversial figure. He was testifying about his alleged role in potential misuse of Mississippi welfare funds when he revealed this diagnosis. And it has put a spotlight on Parkinson's and the impact of head injuries in football players.
Touchdown! He got around the end!
I love how no one talks about the fact that he took welfare money from Mississippi. Everyone's like, feel bad for him. Da-da-da.
This morning, a stunning health revelation from NFL Hall of Famer Brett Favre.
True sociopath.
I've recently been diagnosed with Parkinson's.
Favre's 20-year career possibly made him more susceptible to the neurodegenerative disease.
Duh. He literally got sacked the most times in NFL history. Of course, it's going to make him more susceptible to getting Parkinson's,
which affects movement and cognition. He sustained what he called hundreds, probably thousands of concussions, including this career-ending one in 2010.
It's one of the few times I kind of went blank there for a while in my career.
In general, repeated hits to the head are linked to neurodegenerative diseases.
Duh.
The 55-year-old former quarterback shared that diagnosis as part of his Capitol Hill testimony on Mississippi's misuse of welfare funds, a scandal that has embroiled Favre and tainted his reputation.
I love how he's being grilled for that. So he's like, actually, I got Parkinson's. Please feel bad for me.
The fact that I was branded as a person who stole welfare money, that's the lowest of low.
Shut up. Of course, your Packer fans and maybe Vikings fans are going to believe you, but we know you did it. You're a scumbag.
And
you and your Wrangler jeans.
And it couldn't be further from the truth.
Investigators allege at least $77 million, which should have gone to needy families, was instead given to the rich and powerful, including Favre and projects he favored.
Yeah, that sounds like the rich and elite always winning.
Construction of this arena at the university where Favre's daughter played volleyball, and investing in a pharmaceutical company claiming to develop a concussion treatment.
Can you imagine dating his daughter and having to meet Brett Favre at dinner?
Drug.
Do you think it's acceptable to divert TANF funds away from women who need it the most? Thank you.
Favre says he was misled by officials and didn't know he was receiving welfare money, and he has not been charged.
He's pretending to not know. He's doing the whole, I didn't know where the money's going, which actually makes him look worse.
And this is causing some people to look closely at the impact of head injuries on NFL.
Whatever. I'm not going to give the time of day about head injuries. We are aware it's bad. But once again, it's him trying to make us feel bad for him.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
Julie Chrisley is staying in prison.
Yeah, she was hoping that she'd get out, but I'm very glad that this is a case where the rich and elite do not win.
The Chrisley Knows Best alum, who is currently serving time for her 2022 conviction of tax evasion and bank fraud, will remain behind bars for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, the next 7 years.
The 51-year-old appears in an Atlanta courtroom September 25th for a hearing, where a judge upholds her 7-year prison sentence.
Yeah, she was probably hoping and kind of thinking that she'd get away with it.
According to multiple outlets, E! News has reached out to Julie's team for comment, but hasn't yet heard back.
Oh, sure.
Per People, prior to being resentenced, the former reality star issues a tearful apology, both to the court for her actions and to her children for having to deal with the legal fallout.
You say that now, but in the moment when you were doing the illegal things you were doing, you weren't thinking about your kids. You're a loser.
With two of her kids, 28-year-old son Chase Chrisley and 27-year-old daughter Savannah Chrisley, present in the courtroom to
you never thought about the kids, now did you?
Support their mom at the resentencing. Julie's husband Todd Chrisley is currently serving 12 years behind bars for his own tax evasion and bank fraud convictions.
I never liked that guy's vibe. He always had scummy vibes.
Back in June, Julie's legal journey took a turn when her 7-year prison sentence in Kentucky was overturned by a 3-judge panel of the 11th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, who ruled the judge in the 2022 trial miscalculated the reality TV star's sentence. Per documents obtained by E! News at the time, while the panel upheld the convictions of Julie, Todd, and their accountant, Peter Tarantino, they decided that there wasn't enough evidence to support the ruling that Julie was involved in the entirety of the bank fraud scheme.
Yeah, Todd was really deep into it, and Julie was half into it.
Just a day prior, Savannah shared her fears about her mother having to remain in prison during the September 24th episode of her Unlocked podcast.
That's the entitlement of the rich and elite. My mom should get away with it because we had a show on the USA Network.
There is so much fear in my life right now.
Oh, sure.
Pertaining to mom's resentencing on the 25th that I don't know what to do.
Grow up.
And I hope and pray that this judge...
Oh, please don't pray for your mom. There are people out there that have nothing. There's people that had their welfare money taken by Brett Favre. Praying for your mom because she committed a crime. That's like a waste of a prayer.
Just looks at the situation and sees that even if she was guilty of what they say she did, the time does not fit the crime.
No, it fits it pretty well. If she got 35 years, it wouldn't fit it. Speaking of white trash.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
Anna won't be able to rest and be in peace until this.
This is Mama June. She always looks like she's dead. It's like Weekend at Mama June. It's like Weekend at Bernie's. She never looks fully awake.
Anna won't be able to rest and be in peace until this court case is over with Caitlin. And I don't think any of us will be able to breathe and be at peace until this court case is over with.
I love that dramatic music. Because if she would have not had the dramatic music, she would have sounded even stupider.
That piece now coming to Anna Cardwell's family after Mama June Shannon won custody of her granddaughter, Caitlin.
I want Caitlin to go to Eldridge.
You know that if Mama June wins the custody, that either the guy got screwed over or the guy's a big loser. Because there's no reason Mama June should be a mom again. She put her kids literally around sex offenders.
Court docs obtained by ET show June now becoming Caitlin's legal guardian and not Anna's husband, Eldridge Toney.
Yeah.
Nearly a year after June's daughter and Caitlin's mother died from adrenal carcinoma.
Okay. For her, I think it was like she needed the people that were there. We still very much keep her memory alive.
Hey, memory alive.
You would think now that you have Caitlin, you would want to be different. I do most certainly.
Caitlin's custody following her mom's death playing out on Mama June Family Crisis.
Yeah, if you were a good mom, you would just get rid of the reality TV shows, but you're such a loser, you don't have any other source of money, so that you have to keep exploiting your family, you scumbag.
I mean, I am surprised that she wants Eldridge on the paperwork. Caitlin will be better off with me because there is stability. But Eldridge has been in Caitlin's life since she was around 5 years old. Honestly, she needs to put this on paper.
Despite Anna's on-camera wish, seems Eldridge was never in the running to parent the 12-year-old. Anna welcomed Caitlin during a past relationship before ex Michael Cardwell became her stepdad.
Alrighty, we're going to move on. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. And I see this headline right here, and this one cracks me up. It's a little bit of a throwback from back in the day, just about 3 years ago.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
Johnny Depp addresses the media frenzy over his and Amber Heard's legal battle. The actor debuts his new film, Modi, 3 Days on the Wing of Madness, which he directed at the 72nd San Sebastian International Film Festival in Spain. During a press conference for the film September 24th, Johnny goes into detail about how he personally related to the film's subject, Italian artist Amedeo Modigliani.
That's a big name.
And in his comments, which were captured on video by The Hollywood Reporter and posted to social media, the actor seemingly alludes to his highly publicized court battle with Amber. He tells the crowd, each has their story, sure. We can say that I've been through a number of things here and there, but, you know, I'm all right.
Yeah, you know, he moved on. He's no longer dating girls that poop in beds.
Johnny adds, I think we've all been through a number of things ultimately. Maybe yours didn't turn into a soap opera, televised in fact, but we all experience and go.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know why their case was televised, but the Ghislaine Maxwell case or Diddy or Trump are not televised, or Epstein. Why are they given, or Weinstein? Why are they given like courtroom drawings while we get Johnny Depp on camera?
Go through what we go through. And those things that we are able to live and remember and use, these are your stripes. You never forget them. So to see these people all teetering on the verge of earning their stripes, desperate to speak but unable to, in a way.
That's very deep. That's very profound by the one and only Johnny Depp. Because when I think of somebody who adds very deep and profound thoughts, I think of the one and only Johnny Depp.
Johnny's 2022 defamation trial famously had its proceedings live-streamed on the internet and was viewed by millions. One of Depp's lawyers from the case, Camille Vasquez, told People magazine earlier this year that Depp was the one who wanted the cameras in the courtroom for the trial.
Of course, he's a narcissist and he's an actor.
She told the outlet, I know how personal and how invasive some of the topics that we talked about were for both of them.
Yeah, you literally pooped in a bed.
For both Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard. adding that it was incredibly important Depp be able to reach his fans and show them the evidence that the jury was evaluating.
Yeah, that really tarnished his reputation.
The Aquaman actress announced on December 19, 2022, that she made a very difficult decision to settle the defamation case, explaining on Instagram at the time, "It is important for me to say I never chose this. I defended my truth, and in doing so, my life as I knew it was destroyed."
Yeah, that made you look really bad.
On June 1st of that year, a Virginia jury ruled that Heard was liable for defaming Depp in her 2018 Washington Post op-ed, in which
I don't know who told her it was a good idea to write that.
she described herself as a public figure representing domestic abuse, without naming Depp, and awarding him $10 million in compensatory damages and $5 million in punitive damages.
Yeah, that's how much he makes per movie, and he's like, I got to make this money and not have to make a movie.
Though the Fairfax County Circuit Court judge later reduced the punitive damages to $350,000.
Oh, true.
Which is the state's statutory cap or legal limit, which made his total damages $10.4 million.
That's a lot of money. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. This show is for the hard-working average Joe and Jane that grind in life. I don't care if you live in the U.S. or the U.K., if you're listening on the radio or via a podcasting platform after searching Hoppe Radio, as long as you're listening, that's all that matters. We will be right back on Hoppe Hour after this. Hang on.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
I'll kick you in the nuts and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Do it like my birthday. Do it like my birthday. Do it like my birthday. Every day, do it like my birthday. Do it like my Sagittarius birthday, November 27th. Do it like that until I end up in money heaven. They be thinking they be flaming and torching them with the bullshit they handing out. So the twist to make a wishing. Blow the candles out. Blow the candles out. Blow the candles out. Sagittarius birthday, November 27th. Do it like that until I end up in money heaven. They be thinking they be flaming and torching them with the bullshit they handing out. So the twist to make a wishing. Blow the candles out. Pull an all-white phantom out. I'ma kill him with the pants and the shirt and the shoes and the hat with the shades and the chain and the watch is the reason I be standing now. Wet ice and spin that cake while I lick the icing off the cake. It's Twister B-Day, y'all. Come on, everybody, put your voice celebrate with me. Do it like my birthday. Do it like my birthday. Do it like my birthday. All day, I do it like my birthday. Do it like my birthday. Birthday, baby, yo, you're something hound dog. And them are some troublemakers, don't have them around, y'all. Whenever we in the club, we so love to all the haters. Standing up with my shit like a spike like a gladiator. Oh, yes, I'm the gladiator. Master and Gator. Twister and Dude now, I'm ready to regulator. We the birds in the streets, player, don't watch me, better watch my feet. To the tragic doll under her umbrella. Ella, ayy, I'm an Ella. When I get done, she gon' bring me my cheddar. This just the beginning, it only gets better. Now with my hat, now with my shirt. You and them gon' do it like the last day on earth. And if you really want to spill on the deal, you will sound like a mug, yeah, fly in the mug. Do it like my birthday, do it like my birthday, do it. It's going down, do it like my birthday. Every day, do it like my birthday.
matching Gucci pumps, shoes matching the belt, skirt matching the blouse, chain matching the ring. Yeah, I'm doing my thing. Got so many haters. Why is so many hating? Sick like a mental patient. I floss like a dentist patient. Since they testing my patience, so they working my nerves. I'm getting spending that money like the first and the third.
Laying on gated skin, blowing cushion the wind, just like. Hey, yeah, popping no tags and visas, busting the sag. I'm with it when I'm going hard to get a gone mad. Top models all around me, so I'm buying up the bar. I'm a hood star and I'm partying like a rock star. Only at my pick game, meaning you can't upgrade me, mommy. I'm the guap green king, like do it like my, do it like my, do it like my, do it like my, do it, I do it, I do it like my birthday. Every day, I do it like my birthday. Do it, I do it, I do it like my birthday. You did, that's what we say around here. Booked out, bling with the fresh gear. Keep it cock, snake skin, buck 50 hat, candy painted, old school, rolling around on 4 flats. Hit the liquor store, mix the Remy with the dro, rolling on the 94, looking for them sexy. Oh, I'm ballin' with Kelly, cause I'm a flirt. Hopping VIP with Don Juan down the street. Hey, look, I do it like my birthday, I do it like it hurts. Hey, watching these bad just to do it in the worst way. I'm a winner, mama, I am in the first place. Catch me on the dance floor throwing up my birthplace. I'm an animal, I woke up on a Monday, and subsequently I ain't go to sleep till it was Thursday. Just a shot of Patron and blow a birthday. Get up with a bitch, you can take her home on the first day. Burger King, mama, you can have it your way, or I can bring another bitch and y'all can do it her way. Hotel room, do not disturb way. That's how I'ma do it when I do it like my birthday.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Ooh, yeah, I didn't have my mic on. I'm such a professional. This following segment has been brought to you by a lot of sponsors. And whenever I tell people I have sponsors, they think I'm talking about like that I have a drinking problem. No, sponsors for my show. The first one is Mitra9, MITRA-9.com for the best kava and kratom around. I'm drinking it right here. Let me sip it with you guys. But first, the beat drops. Oh, yeah. All right, let's drink this. Mitra-9.com and at checkout, use keyword Hoppe, Hoppe. This is also being brought to you by DZBZ Honey at dzbzhoney.com. When I tell you that is the best Delta CBD honey around, I'm a man of my words. This is also being brought to you by Rich Cayley Master Barbershop at richkbarber.com. If you're looking for the best barber in the Bay and you want to save $10, that's the place to go. This is being brought to you by counselingoncall.net. The best way, if you live in Maryland or Florida, to get help with your mental health. Counselingoncall.net. Tell them I sent you. This is being brought to you by counselingoncall.net. Like I said, I'm a little tired. WestChasePrinting.com, the best printing company in all of the Bay Area. On the invoice, tell them you heard about it from Hoppe Hour. This is being brought to you by Amir Academy of Martial Arts at amiracademy.com. All right. We're going to keep this party going. So we have so much to get into. We got about 20 minutes left right after this.
Now, something completely different.
Did you know that Ryan Hoppe got a vasectomy? Well, now you know, and we aren't even sure why we told you. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
What everyone else is afraid to say, Ryan Hoppe will say for you. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
He is the voice of a generation that got screwed by the baby boomers. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Oh, sure.
Mike's on fire, volume real loud.
Got it.
Ryan bringing heat like a summer sun.
Yeah.
Morning show podcast, time for fun.
What up?
Turn it up, this Hoppe Hour. Ryan
856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Let's get back to the content.
Never stay local. Whoa! Happy hot topic.
New details about what went so dangerously wrong.
It's crazy. This is about Trump being shot at in Pennsylvania. If that kid had any other, form of aim, if he had a better shot, Trump would be dead.
Major mistakes in planning and communications by the Secret Service that allowed a would-be assassin to shoot former President Trump, firing from an unsecured rooftop in Butler, Pennsylvania.
Thanks, Jill Biden, for the, DEI hires of these awful security guards. Whenever I say her name, Jill Biden, it sounds like Joe. It's crazy.
Yeah.
While some members of the advance team were very diligent, there was complacency on the part of others that led.
This is the U.S. Secret Service acting director. He's definitely acting.
To a breach of security protocols.
The Secret Service released a portion of its internal review, calling the assassination attempt a security failure. The acting director says disciplinary action is coming.
That's good.
These employees will be held accountable.
But with so many threats, the agency says more resources, technology, and manpower are needed to keep up an intense pace of protection for the candidates.
It just seems like violence is really ramping up in our country.
Will they have to live differently in order to be safe?
We want them to make sure that they can live their lives with some type of normalcy.
Oh, sure.
But they must do so with us providing the highest levels of protection, which we have been doing since July 13th.
That's good. Moving on. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. Right now it's September 25th, and I cannot believe that was 2 months ago. Time is flying.
Whoa! Happy hot topic.
I saw this headline here.
What is going on with tipping culture?
A growing number of folks are fed up with tipping.
Well, it's like if you're at a takeout place getting Chinese, if you didn't make the food, I'm not going to tip you.
If I have to do something, I'm not tipping.
And the endless ways it seems they're being asked to pay extra.
Tell me.
Yeah, it's like we're having to pay for the fact that the companies or the restaurants or bars don't want to pay their co-workers enough.
Tell me why I just got frozen yogurt, which is self-serve. You do it all yourself.
Yeah.
And at the end, there was a tipping screen. For what?
Even Curb Your Enthusiasm's Larry David is frustrated.
I've noticed, like in the little coffee shops, right? Yeah. If you go in and you get a croissant with a cup of coffee, there's a tip spot, right? Yeah. And it freaks people out a little bit.
And
yeah, it does.
The fatigue is real. A new survey from Pop Menu reveals 60% say they're tired of being asked to tip for various services.
Duh.
And nearly the same amount feel pressured to tip. That fatigue is having an impact on the service industry.
Yeah, it is.
Including restaurants. Fewer consumers now say they tip servers 20% or more. What's on the rise? Tipping less.
It's no good. We're also not making a lot of money.
Nearly a third said they tip as little as 10%.
The survey shows people want to tip less and less often. What does that tell you?
I mean, that tells me that inflation has really worn us down over the past few years. It tells
I mean, come on. This is obvious.
That we were extra generous during the COVID years, and we're settling on a new normal.
Tipping has been a hot topic on the campaign trail, too.
We are going to not charge taxes on tips.
Eliminate taxes on tips for service and hospitality work.
It seems like they agree on that. The one thing that Kamala, I love saying her name wrong, and Trump agree on.
And voters in at least 2 states, Massachusetts and Arizona, will face questions about how to pay tipped workers on the ballot in November.
Call me crazy, but unless someone is serving me or seating me somewhere, I just don't feel like tips are necessary.
Here's the thing. I agree that tipping is getting out of hand, but when you're making TikToks while putting on makeup and bragging about how you don't tip people, you kind of come off like a bitch.
But for many service workers like Devin Ashby, tipping is vital.
It really is the difference between people being able to pay their rent, people putting food on their table.
She says her base pay is $1.17 at a Mexican restaurant in Nashville.
Well, you deserve any type of a better job than that.
Where customers order at the counter and are automatically asked to tip.
When you realize that you have to serve yourself.
I hate when you go to Starbucks and they're like, here's the screen about tipping or whatever, or here's the next question. At Starbucks, I tip $1.
You see how easy something is done, how you're able just to kind of walk in and pick up your food. Realize it's because real people put work behind it.
All right. That's how working is. You put work behind it. I have that saying, if I'm bored, you're bored. So we're going to move on.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Bye-bye, phone. I joined the students at John Handley High School in Winchester, Virginia, who now have to place their phones in pouches or keep them off and in their backpacks during the day.
I don't like this because there's school shootings all the time, and what if they need to film it or call?
Including between classes and at lunch.
Raise your hand if you think this is a good idea to ban phones in schools.
It's unanimous between seniors.
Alrighty, we are in a minute and an hour and 49 minutes in, and that headline was boring me. And I'm also got to get to the other side of the bridge for the hurricane, so let's move on.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Speaking of crazy.
The son of the man suspected of an apparent assassination attempt of former President Donald Trump has reportedly been arrested for allegedly possessing images of child sexual abuse. According to a...
that's good. We should give him the death penalty. If you have the audacity to hurt kids, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you deserve the electric chair. Bye, bitch. See you later, pedophile. Just being honest.
Complaint filed in North Carolina federal court. Orrin Routh is charged with receiving and possessing child pornography.
It's the lowest form of being a scumbag. You know what I'm saying?
It states that FBI agents searched Routh's home in a case unrelated to child exploitation. Agents seized several of his devices and say they obtained warrants to search them.
What a surprise. The son of somebody who tries to shoot Trump is a creep? Whoa.
The complaint alleges Routh was in possession of hundreds of images of children being sexually abused. No attorney was listed for him in the federal court database. Orrin Routh's father is reportedly Ryan Routh, who is still behind bars as he faces weapons charges connected to what authorities believe was an apparent attempt to assassinate Donald Trump at his...
What a messed up family that is. And finally, on Happy Hour.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
There's uproar today over an epic new Netflix documentary series on disgraced wrestling mogul Vince McMahon.
Can you imagine if there's a documentary made about you? And the fact that let's say you're a Menendez brother or whatnot, and everybody kind of forgot that you did something, and then there's a documentary and then everybody remembers?
My name is not Vince.
I talk like Robert F. Kennedy.
Is Mr. McMahon.
The 79-year-old showman cooperated in the making of the 6-part docuseries Mr. McMahon, which starts streaming tomorrow. Now McMahon is slamming the series, accusing the show's producers of using typical editing tricks to distort the viewer's perception.
Yeah, it's not that I'm a scumbag or anything. It's that they're distorting the facts and showing the true side of me, which I don't like.
McMahon is said to be so disturbed by the series that published reports say he actually tried to buy it from Netflix.
Yeah, he's like, I'll do anything for this not to come out.
So that it would not air in its current form. He's especially angry over how the series deals with his downfall in January.
Yeah, that was a pretty big downfall.
Following disturbing allegations of sex trafficking by a former employee, Janelle Grant.
Yeah, was he hanging out with Diddy then?
She accuses McMahon of sharing sexually explicit photographs and videos of her with wrestlers.
Oh, no.
Another claim that McMahon forced her into threesomes at the WWE headquarters, even during working hours.
That's no good.
McMahon denies the allegations and dismisses his relationship with Janelle Grant as...
I wish he would just admit to it. You're 80 years old. You're close to dying. This is what you're going to be remembered for, unfortunately, unless you talk to an autistic wrestling fan that doesn't care.
As an affair I ended. Now, Janelle Grant is on the attack. I spoke with her representative. What do you make of Vince McMahon referring to this relationship as an affair I ended?
It's delusional. She is a survivor of human trafficking and sexual assault.
Yeah.
She experiences severe PTSD. She is still working through her trauma.
No one really knows me.
The series documents McMahon's meteoric rise from wrestling announcer,
welcome to All American Wrestling,
to the head of a global wrestling empire.
Yeah.
It also traces his close relationship with Donald Trump.
It is funny how there is a president we had in America that was on wrestling. It perfectly describes America. Now, Hoppe Hour's over. You can always call me, 856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. This has been Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe, signing off. Goodbye.
Tick-tock, clock's a joke, we're playing cruel pranks. Hoppe's hour almost done, feels like robbery in banks. Ryan Hoppe on the mic, dropping wisdom in streams. Syndicated sorrow, now it's time to shatter dreams. Oh, the Hoppe Hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. But the laughter's growing dim. Eardrums mixing Hoppe like fingers without rings. DHX to FM, shoutouts hit the street, but soon the sound will vanish like shadows in the heat. Oh, the Hoppe Hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. Phone lines buzzing, but the laughter's growing dim. Eardrums mixing Hoppe like fingers without rings. DHX to FM, shoutouts hit the street, but soon the sound will vanish like shadows in the heat. Oh, the Hoppe Hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. Oh, life's just so unfair. Like clockwork to a show, and now it's time to face the silence like a TV on snow. Ryan Hoppe held the mic with humor so divine, the void left in our hearts wider than a canyon line. Empty speakers, silent vibe coming to an end, like a rollercoaster stopping round the river's bend. Hoppe's jokes and jabs, these are daily grind. Now silence louder than the thoughts we can't rewind. Oh, the Hoppe Hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
And like that,
whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
I'll kick you in the nuts and we'll call it a day.
Hoppe Hour is now over.
Hoppe Hour is now over.